Everybody, Steve here. So it is November 20th, Friday, November 20th, 2020. It's about, I don't know, 11 o'clock a.m. or so. And, okay, so let me take you on a tour, okay? Let me take you on a tour. So there's my puppy. There's Mandy, my puppy. Okay. Here is the dining room that I created. Okay. I created this. Now, it's not in the best shape right now, but it's way better than what it was. Okay. There's my dog's puppy pad. Okay. So, we come into this room, right? This was supposed to be my room. Now, for 3 years, okay, I've had to sleep on a couch and a chair while paying rent. And this is, I cleaned this room up. I've cleaned it up 3 times in total over the course of, a couple of years or a few years or whatever. And there's my pants. But as you can see, it's a complete debacle. It's a complete mess. And I had this thing scrubbed down, cleaned up. I even put in a little TV right here and everything. And whatever, I just tried to make it look, good. And I did. I did it 3 times. So during these 3 times, it has become a stockpile because the people that live here are hoarders. And some kind of megalomaniacs. I don't know. Like megalomaniac hoarders. I was I was given a dresser, right? Remember, 3 years of being here. I was given a dresser with, just a couple drawers. And as you can see, well, as you probably can't see, it's inaccessible. Okay? That's why my clothes are here. All right? And you could see the open boxes and just the hoarding and everything. And I'm even the one who put on the fan. There's a fan going right now to air it out because it's so cluttered. I mean, look, I'm almost 6 feet tall, and it's the garbage is just about as tall as me. Okay, so I did whatever I could to remedy things, which, like, okay, no fault to my grandmother, but like, this used to be her room, and when she got into her 90s, she started losing her bowels and stuff, right? Okay, and that's fine. That's what happens when you're that old. Now, when it happened, the floor, this is a real wood floor. It's not Pergo, it's real. And so sometimes she would let loose, and it caused a lot of black mold. Okay, well, guess who cleaned it? Me. You know how hard that was to clean? You know how much that would have cost to clean? Like, if you were to hire a professional, but I did it myself, right? Look, I'm no contractor by trade at all. However, I can do just about anything, including build a pond, which isn't quite done and probably won't get done. But the thing is, it's it. You know, I put in 100 man hours by myself, and then I put in, God, in this room alone, I probably put in. I can't. I don't even know. 3, 4, 500 hours of work time, tribulation, for it to look like this again. Okay, because this is what it looks like. Look, look, look. It's horrible. This is what. This is how a hoarder lives. You know, and I've done my very, very best. You know, in this whole house, outside and inside, to make it look decent, but it it's an abomination. And to go along with, you know, definitely the hauntings and whatever interdimensionals are around here because of the bad energy. You know, the bad energy is tantamount to targeting you guys. Please understand that. It really is. Now, you know, again, like even the living room, you know, where I have had to live, is an utter, you know, I mean, I cleaned it up so well, you know, because my brother just fucking jacked it. He jacked it so bad. And like I was throwing out old fucking slimy papers and just stained thing. He set fire to the fucking living room at one point, and I'm the one who put it out. You know, these type of things. And so you set fire to it, and then you have slimy, stained. I don't know what the fuck was on these They must have been like. I mean, they were stuffed behind like. Well, let me show you. Let me show you guys. Okay, so again, this is just a blanket on the ground for my dog. But so like behind, okay, like this is okay. So like I have to sleep here, and you know I haven't really made the. I almost said bed. It's not a bed. It's you know I'm 220 pounds. I have to sleep on my side, and I've had to do it for, you know, going on 3 years here. My puppy has a better bed than I've ever had, and you know it's just what it is, right? Well, anyway, so there's my pup, and so like behind this chest here, okay, was just slimy, dirty, rusty paperwork that I threw away and cleaned up. Okay, so I did that, and so I did all that. I've well, the pond is not quite completed, but you know, I mean, whatever. And but I put in probably 100 hours by myself with it. These shades, you know, in this patio, I did the whole patio, I mean, I know it's a little dirty now because of the wind that we've had. We've had some pretty bad wind for the last couple days, and but you know, I even found this geode. Look at this thing. I found that geode. It's a real geode. It's crystal, and yeah. Well, anyway, that's yeah, neither here nor there. And like, so, you know, like I this grass was just incredibly brown and dead and everything before I came here. And you know, and so like I had plans for like this is a I'm not sure what this bush is called, but it's so like what I've done is it's vines, and that's my truck. It's a viney, as you can see, and I transferred it. You know, I trained it to crawl on the fence like this, right? Looks very pretty. I've had so many compliments, and not trimmed it because the plan was to, you know, to make this as you can see, to make this you know, grow so that it would wrap around this big beautiful pine tree. You know, this thing is probably, I don't know, 50, 60 years old at least. And that was the plan, to like to kind of build a canopy, as you could see, like it's growing there, and then like there, you know, and eventually, you know, the goal was for it to make a canopy, which, you know, by springtime it'll start wrapping around it, and it'll be gorgeous. And then like I stuck that spike right there to try to maintain some of the growth, but you know, whatever. I grew the lavender right there. This is called a what's it called? Anyway, I I can't quite remember what it's called, but it blooms like frequently. And as you can see, it blooms in like all kinds of different colors, right? It started off as a little tiny plant. It has since, you know, really grown with care and love and everything. Okay, the goal, and I've expanded the bricks, you know, every so often, so that it can expand and to go around the tree. So that'll be going around well, it won't because I won't be here, but I mean, it that was the goal. And then that would be wrapped around this as a canopy, you know, like 6, 7 feet high, right? Yeah. And furthermore, you know, I built this flower bed here, and this has been over the course of over several years. I built this beautiful flower bed. You know, like these are they're called Christmas cactus, and then I don't know, it's some kind of cactus. You know, these things. That one doesn't look so hot because when we had a huge windstorm, it blew it off. So I had to replant it. The beauty of cactus, though, is when you replant them, you know, they grow. This was cut also, and it's grown back. Okay. I'm using that as a way to harness it, you know, just so it stands up straight. And that was the entire goal. But you can see how nice these have turned out, you know. And then like I just did a little flower thing here, you know. This was a little tiny plant. I mean, probably 3-4 leaves, and given as a gift, and then I planted it in this old. I mean, this thing is old. This is like 100-year-old Scotch whiskey box. You know, it's solid, and so I turned it into that, and then yeah. So, you know, I did these things, and like, but you know, these are just random rocks that are, you know. Oh, I also built a gym in the garage. You know, whatever, and it was, God, that took a lot of work. I mean, I did it with the help of my brother, but mostly myself. And yeah. And then this is where he set the house on fire. Right here. You can see it, the fire damage. So I had to replant it because, you know, I was like, shit, that looks bad. And it was like 2 o'clock at night or something, you know, 2 a.m. And yeah, and so that's what happened there. He said it was his hair gel that caught on fire, but in reality, everybody knows that it was a cigarette that he was smoking. I don't smoke inside. You know, I have a cigarette once in a while outside, but that's it. But like, he was smoking inside, fell asleep with it. It was a very common thing, which is why the rug had to be replaced, and burn marks were all over it and everything, as well as his clothes. And so, yeah, but I had to put this out, and then I even had, it was, I don't know, it must have been 1 or 2 a.m. in the morning. I don't know the exact time, but it was around that time. You could still see some of the burn marks here, and obviously the paint was burned off the house because it was a pillow that caught on fire that he fell asleep on one of the chairs, and he fell asleep and smoking a cigarette, said it was hair gel that caught on fire somehow. I still don't, no one understands that. And it ignited somehow, like fucking fire starter. And so that happened, right? So I woke up to the fire alarm, and you know, thank God for the fire alarm. And I grab it. I still have the scars on my leg from the burns, you know, thanks to him. And I'm stomping it out, you know, right here, you know, literally right here. I'm stomping it out. I still have scars on my legs. You know, again, it was in the dark of night, you know, 1, 2 a.m., something, I don't know, around there. And then some random guy came up from the driveway and says, "Is everything okay?" And I had flames going up my leg, right? Like seriously going up my leg. And I still have the scars to prove it. And I go, yeah. I go, yeah, because I put it out at that point. And he goes, okay. And he just walked on his way. But it was kind of a bizarre meeting, a bizarre coincidence. I don't know. But that occurred. But anyway, and then, so, like, this is the result of it. This is from, like, God, 2 years ago, I want to say. About 2 years ago. And so I put this shrub here, this fern, to try to disguise it. And it's grown. It's grown like 3 times. It used to be over there, and then I replanted it. It's got heavy roots, and but I did it, and yeah. So just documenting events that have occurred. Real TI's got your back. More later.